So the interesting aspect of today was it was sort of a dreary day. I didn't do a lot of things, but I did do a lot of work early in the morning, which meant that for the most part of the day I was pretty tired because I got up at like 2 in the morning and I did a lot of work between 2 and roughly 7 or 8. Then I went and I picked up a sandwich at Wendy's for breakfast, and then I went off and did a few other things. But the funny part was that I did get to explore the beautiful sunshine over by the lake to just sit and enjoy what was going on with the fauna and the feathered friends and whatnot. And I was sort of there, and then I decided since I didn't have any food, I'd go and pull a little bit of bread and things like that, or buy a few things for the geese. And the geese that were there really weren't my standard group. And so later in the day, when I went a little further to a different lake, I was sitting there and I couldn't figure out why the geese there were so ornery. And then I realized that one of the geese was actually one of my family of 11, which really have attached themselves to me, but she didn't have the zip tie on her mouth. And I knew this because I held out the food, and God said, give her the food by hand, which I don't usually do with just any old goose. And she took it out of my hand. And then along came Fred and George and Gertrude and Bertha and the others in her flock, and basically all 11 were right there. And that explains why they were trying to keep running off the other geese from the other lake that were trying to come over and get a little bit of feed. And I'm very much an equal opportunity giver in terms of the things that are not really right for people anymore, but they're still edible by and healthy enough for to share with the geese that I care for. And it gives me joy, but it also gives me peacetime to think about the scripts I have to write, the things I have to say, and how to say it and articulate in the right way. And sitting by the lake allows me to do that because I have that kind of quietude of nobody pissing all over me with any need of information or any sort of questions and things like that. But it was just sort of one of those magical moments that I'm sitting there, and it had been going on for a little while. I'm like, what is up with these guys? They're so noisy. They're so, and then I realized because they were so willing to get close to me, I mean, literally, practically in my laugh, I just had to look at the little goose and go, this is Sally. And that's a little bit, and that's AOC, which of course is named after a politician. And I just started to realize that they were them because they have certain habits that really define who they are. And I just, it was one of those moments where you just felt kind of a shiver through your body from the Lord, that it's like, you see, just when you need something, just when you need that family, just when you need that perk, just when you need that pet, just when you need whatever. Okay, I'm not saying they're pets, but God delivers.